Hello my lovelies, it's D-Licious Slice of Pie and I'm back with another episode of the D-Licious Dissection, the show where I go through RuPaul's Drag Race episode by episode starting from the very beginning. This week I'm focusing on RuPaul's Drag Race Season 1, Episode 2, Girl Group Challenge. This week the 8 remaining queens split into 2 groups of 4 to form 2 rival girl groups, and each group performed to a Destiny's Child song. So let's get right into it. Akasha and Ongina win the mini challenge and get to choose their teams. Ongina chooses Chanel, Nina and Rebecca, and Akasha chooses Jade, BB and Tammy. In each group, one person is responsible for one aspect of the challenge: makeup, choreography, costumes or hair. And because of this week I will only be ranking the queens on their performance in the main challenge. But I'm still going to do Yum or Yuck for the looks, regardless of who made them. Now remember, this Yum or Yuck is solely based on the look, not who made it or who's wearing it. Nina looks gorgeous in this Texas pageant hair. She looks a bit disproportionate, but I think that's just the poofy sleeves. Overall, this is a yum. Ongina's next and she looks so cute in hair. And she's got her little booty shorts on and those hoops are the size of her head. This is yummy. Rebecca is just gorgeous. That hair and the makeup, everything. Her dress is a tad simple, but I love the frilly, fringy thingy on the front of the dress. I think it suits her. This is a yum. Chanel looks gorgeous this week as well, that blonde hair and the asymmetrical dress. This is definitely yummy. Akasha's look, she actually looks like she's in a girl group. She just looks really amazing. The boots up to her puswacha, the hair, the makeup, everything is really good. This is a yum. BB's is unfortunately just a leotard. She tried to fancy it up and it didn't really work. This is a yuck. Jay's is a tad simple as well, but a bit more couture because of being a two-piece and the asymmetry of the bottom half. This is still a yum though. And Tammy's is just kind of a nice dress. This is a yuck. Now I'm going to move on to the ranking. This ranking is based purely on the performance of the queen, nothing to do with their contributions to the group, just the performance. So in last place, unfortunately, it has to be Tammy. She was just really out of her element and she tried but it didn't work. Next is Nina Flowers. She was just not great and she said it herself, if she didn't have immunity this week she should have been in the bottom 2. Akasha's next because although she fell in and out of the choreography, she tried to play it off and it worked a little bit. Rebecca's lip sync was really good, but from the shoulders down it was a bit stiff, so she's here. Jade was gorgeous. She looked like she was actually performing with the Pussycat Dolls. Ongina's next and she wasn't any higher because it took her a while to get to the point where we noticed her, but when she got there, she got there. BB's next. Her lip sync was really good, and even though she was in one of the worst outfits of the week, she pulled it off. And Chanel gets top spot because I could not find a single thing wrong with her performance. So we're going to move on to Ru's placements for the week. So Ongina and Akasha won the mini challenge, so they get an extra half point. Ongina won this week, and the rest of her group, being Nina, Chanel and Rebecca, are all high this week. BB and Jade were in the losing group, so they're low, and Akasha and Tammy obviously lip sync, with Tammy going home. Which means their cumulative points for the competition are: Ongina has 3.5, Nina has 3, Chanel has 1 point, Rebecca has 0 points, BB and Jade both have -1 point, Tammy and Porkchop both have -3 points, and Akasha is the lowest placing queen with -3.5 points. Now I'm going to move on to my placements for the week, and this is a quick reminder of how I placed the queens for the performance in the girl group challenge. The winner, as decided by Ru, gets an extra point, the lip sync survivor gets a point taken off of them, and the eliminated queen gets 2 points taken off of them. Which means the new scoreboard looks a little bit like this. And these points also add up throughout the competition, so BB now has 32 points, Nina has 26, Jade has 25, Ongina has 24, Chanel has 22, Akasha has 15, Tammy has 12, Rebecca has 10 and Porkchop has 9. Now I'm going to move on to the fantasy placements. So according to my placements, this is how the episode should have actually played out. Chanel should have won this week, and BB, Ongina and Jade all should have been high. Akasha and Rebecca should have been low, and it should have been Nina and Tammy lip syncing. And we all saw the fight that Tammy put up this week, so she goes home this week. Which means for the whole competition, BB should have 3 points, Chanel should have 2, Ongina should have 1.5, Jade should have 1, Akasha should have -0.5 a point, Nina should be down a point, Rebecca and Porkchop should both have -3 points, and Tammy should have -4 points. Now we're going to move on to this week's yummiest yum and yuckiest yuck. This week's Yummy Shum goes to Chanel for that performance look. She just looks so gorgeous. And this week's Yuckiest Yuck unfortunately goes to BB for her performance look. It was just far too simple and she tried to do it up and it didn't really work. And this week's Golden Wig goes to RuPaul and Tammy during the walkthrough. RuPaul asks Tammy if she can get jiggy, and Tammy replies by saying, "I can get jiggy and wiggy." And then RuPaul goes, "Alright, I'm scared of you." Like, subscribe and follow me on Instagram at D-Licious Slice of Pie, and in the comments let me know how you would place the queens, and I'll let you know why you're wrong.